Hi all, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4, where I'm playing as Poland, working for the Poland Cannon to Space Achievement. I think when we last left off, which was unfortunately about a week ago, we had stabilized after some pretty bad situations. We got lucky with an attack. Pomerania, for some reason, decided to declare war on us, so we now have them as a vassal. We're also trying to vassal Silesia, but they won't, if the last I checked. Where is that? They think I'm not strong enough. Is at least one major issue, so I'm going to have to try to improve my military strength. That's something I would like to do. I still do have an army, but it is only 10 units. We're slowly growing our army back. At the same time, we have an absolute ton of loans to deal with. You can see it just a lot. I didn't even bother to count. Part of the problem here is that when we were fighting against a whole bunch of folks, it was pretty destabilizing. We do have an extra diplomat free. We are allied with Lithuania. We are not allied with Austria, although we're friendly with them. And in fact, I sort of want to keep a diplomat doing that. Where are we? Still, it's not going to change much right now. So, let's see here. So Bohemia doesn't like us, but we're in a truce with them. We're also in a truce with Austria. No, we are no longer in a truce with Austria, so can't really do much over here right now. Denmark, however, Denmark's tempting. They're actually in a pretty big war and are getting beat up, so it may not matter anymore. But Denmark could be a potential expansion point. The Ottomans are still the Ottomans, so they're pretty strong. There's nowhere else right now that we can expand. Spain's turned into Spain. England's still having the issues that it was having before. I don't think there's too much else interesting. Muscovy is still really big, which is a little worrisome. My hope is that maybe at some point Lithuania and I can challenge them together. That's the only idea I have right now. Kazan exists. I'm not actually sure. I think that's been for a while, but I haven't been paying attention down over there. Orissa and Malwa are still the two biggies in India. Not too much else has changed. So we're going to keep on going. Right now, the plan is to try to keep things as quiet as possible. We're just going to try to hunt rebels. As I said, we're going to hunt rebels. Because, of course, they spawn right when I say that. But we're going to hunt rebels. And we're going to deal with our loans. And that's really our big goal right now, is just get those two things done. So we will cross fingers, and I gain a new cardinal, which I appreciate. And what is our cardinal situation? No one that we've invested in, so we're going to hold off. We did have a cardinal early. At one point, I think we were actually, may have been in this game, the papal controller, but it's been a while. Military access from Genoa. Sure. We, of course, have a loan coming due. Did I bounce immediately? I really don't know. It was at 12 right before I started. I don't know what just happened, but seriously, I was looking at this. This number was 12, and then it's down to 5. I must have just spent a whole ton on something. The interest is what's killing me here. 4.66. There's not a lot I can do about that yet, but we're going to try to improve that. So yeah, unfortunately, this is a bunch of a waiting game, which is not a great thing, but we're stable. We can actually spend time, gaining points here. We don't have advisors, which is annoying, but we do have a 3-4-3 king and a 3-4-5 heir, so pretty solid moving forward. What is the religious map like? That's actually interesting. So we've been in Reformation for a bit here. So the religious map is happening. These guys are Reformed and Protestant zealots. These guys are Orthodox and Catholic. So I've got 4 different religions going on. At some point we're going to have to work to try to unify that, but I'm not too worried right now. I can't do much about it. I only have 1 missionary, and a lot of the Protestant ones I wouldn't be able to deal with if I could. Who else can we make happy with us? Well, improve relations with Lithuania. We actually, I forgot, at the end of the last game, we got a claim on Mutinia, I believe? Yeah. Moontinia. Moontinia? I'm not sure. So, the thought process here is that there's a Moldovan core, a Bosnian core, and a Wallachian core. We may try to do Wallachia. Or even break off both Wallachia and Serbia and make them vassals. That would not be a bad thing. I wouldn't mind that. So, we'll see. Fortunately, if I pop it up to 5 speed, the video recording drops down. That probably means my computer is not really good enough, but not much I can do. It was much better off when I was paused. Everything was so much better off when I had paused this before. But I can invest in new tech, but that's Diplotech. I'll take it. What does it give me? Canal, shipyard, and better colonial range. None of which I actually need. But we need the tech. We'll take it. We're not planning to go to war anytime soon, so I don't particularly mind if I don't have Diplo points. We'll have to win this battle so I can bring my guy down. Come on, peasants, fall. And we're going to have to lose some money for a bit to pop the army maintenance up. Of course, threaten my trade, why don't you? I'm not really worried about the Hansa. I don't even... Where are they? How much of them are left? They have Mecklenburg? They do. Yeah, not too much there. We have won the Siege of Ponza. Okay, so now let's up our maintenance. I prefer not to be losing money for a little bit. Let's bring our units together. And then we'll go and take care of this. Lose a stability or gain 3 inflation. Great, because that's what I need. So, one thing I don't know is what all does inflation do? Build cost, mercenary cost, all the various costs, but it doesn't actually affect the loans too much. So for now, I don't mind gaining inflation. I need to drop it eventually. But I don't care about a skill 3 master of the mint. So, a bit more inflation, that's not good, but it's not disastrous. See here. So we actually have a 12 army, which, considering we were down to nothing, isn't bad. But we're also not going to be building much here until we pay off loans. Bosnia has been fabricated. That's fine. I'll go to war with you if you want. Border friction, yeah. At least you're sort of willing to trust me. Who are you at war with? I'd love to be at war with Austria. No. Didn't think so. Not that lucky. Okay, this is good enough. Let's take this out. Let's make friends with Tuscany. There we go. I can speak English. Let's make friends with Tuscany. So I'm not going to be friends with Bohemia. They hate me. I'd sort of like to war against Saxony at some point. That would be fun. Lithuania can have military access. The fact that they don't, it's a little weird. They're my allies. Are we allied? Yeah. Alright. So we can drop our military maintenance down. Leave a little bit so that we reinforce some. Denmark still exists. They have allies of Norway, Friesland, and Utrecht. I don't care about Friesland and Utrecht. They're pretty tiny. How is the military might of those guys? Let's see here. Denmark has nothing right now, but only has a max of 14. That's pretty weak. And then Sweden? Max of 20, they have around 20. Okay, so it's entirely doable if we get to that point. I don't know if we're going to. But something to keep in mind at least. It's unfortunately a rather boring period. Let's see about here. Austria is going to get every single cardinal. A little bit dominant right now on that, but we'll try to change one of those up. France is still problematic down here, which I can't say I find shocking, but sort of depressing. What are my ideas that I'm not doing? Let's see here. Can embrace the Counter-Reformation, which I'm not going to do. Pass this. I don't want to lose more tax. I need to create an army. That's what I'm working on. Let's see here. I could up my stability, but I don't really want to do that yet. And I need more points for my ideas. I do have innovative ideas, which I want to get to here for. But I've not really gotten ahead. Increase over time, controlled cardinals, Western arm trade, yeah. Now this one I'm ahead by 6 years, and this one I'm also ahead by 6 years. So if I ever get to a point where I can afford those ideas, I might do one. We'll definitely royal marriage Lithuania. So I could do aristocratic ideas, because eventually I lose its military there. Innovative needs admin power. Yep, okay. I'm not sure what the best diplomatic power idea group is going to be for me. I have a lot of options. Wondering if it's... I don't really care about expansion or exploration or naval. So I'm wondering if it's actually trade. I've never picked the trade ideas. I have no idea how good they are. It might be diplomatic. I've done diplomatic before. It makes sense. The relations is good. Permanent casus belli is decent. It could very well be it, but we'll see. Military access from Sweden. Sure. They have loans due virtually every month, and they're just re-upping themselves over and over. Lithuania declared war on Riga. That's fine. I do really feel like Denmark might be the country to go after. They're reasonably weak. They don't have strong allies. I actually looked at Sweden. I wonder... Norway's tiny. I don't think there's any way to break them up effectively, so I can't, like, create a vassal out of anyone, I don't think. Holstein? Not really. So... we actually... Where's Würzburg? Do I have an alliance with them? Do I have something with them? No. Cologne... So Hesse... Where are you, Würzburg? Don't know. I wish I could drop some other cost, but there's just nothing here that I can do. Someone want to give me a loan? I'm going to call that diplomat. We now have free diplomats. These guys still absolutely love me. I wish I could offer them vassalization, but that's not going to happen. Those guys hate me. Austria we're working on. Portugal. Wait. Hold on. Okay, that's fine. They've got a colonial thing. That's fine. Colonial nation. There we go. The Uzbeks are massive, and they're in a personal union under Kazan. Kazan actually has a personal union with the Uzbeks, which is pretty impressive considering the size difference. Moscow has formed Russia. Let's just improve relations with Moscow a bit. I feel like it's a little bit safer. Alright, and Milan can have military access. That's fun. And the Ottomans have broken the Mamluks pretty bad, which is not unusual, but still worrisome. Keep hoping against hope that someone will take on the Ottomans. Preferably Austria. These two guys going to war. Excuse me. These two guys going to war would be amazing for me. I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, so we're full of our troops. We'll get a little bit more money. We're almost here. We'll get 10. And we will probably pick diplomatic. Oh, we can repay a loan. So we will slowly but surely. That's what's extending this here. I may actually have to reduce inflation once I get the new the new idea group, the next tech level. I'll probably spend a point or two, or a hit or two, to reduce inflation. I'm not actually buying anything right now, though, so it's not that big a deal. I can actually invest in a cardinal, so let's piss off Austria. Take that one over. Still have one more diplomat. Timurids, like me. You know you want to. Your red goes with my purple. Yes. Light red? I'm not sure what that is. Really well. Lithuania's completely dealt with the Livonian order. So that's, I guess, good. I think Scotland may have lost territory. I can't remember if Scotland had Ayrshire. Let's see here. Normandy is turning Protestant. Little tiny bits of Burgundy are left, but not too much. Papal State will hate me, or 20 noble regiments. Really? Well, the Papal State's going to hate me. Papal State. There we go. Despair statue. Gain 10 prestige. People will not like me, but those are people I want to like me. I really don't want to do that. Not one bit. I also don't want this. That's not useful. Let's see here. That wouldn't be bad. What do I need to do that? Economic and, yeah, well, a lot of these I'm going to need that kind of stuff, so. We're not going to be completing ideas for a bit. Sadly. This is an odd game. I tend to want to work on ideas, but so many times here I've chosen against an idea because I would rather have the tech sooner rather than later. I'm not used to that. It feels weird for me. We'll recall our diplomat from Tuscany. We'll go back and top off Austria. A couple more days. And of course there's an autosave right as they're about to come home. And actually, that signals the... Yep, come on. That signals the end of this video. So, I'm going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Thank you very much for watching.